Okay, today's video is about OCD and eating disorders and how to manage OCD in recovery from an eating disorder. I don't know if I've ever had a client who does not have some form of OCD. Whether they had it before their eating disorder or it kind of emerged, with the onset over time, the onset of their eating disorder. And it's a beast. It is, I feel like the way that OCD manifests with an eating disorder is so intertwined with like the agenda of the eating disorder, right? It's incredible how many compulsions my brain latched onto that had to do with restriction and or moving, right? A lot. And it happened fast for me, these compulsions. Prior to my eating disorder, I kind of reflected on that and thought, did I have OCD before I had my eating disorder? Yes, to some degree, maybe. Like I remember driving in the car with my mom and like counting trees by 2. Like we drive down this like kind of long road with like a center section of trees. And I'd get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I think I'd get to like 20 and I'd start over or something. I didn't think that was weird. It didn't bother me. It didn't affect my life in a negative way. I don't think it caused me, I don't recall having like anxiety over it. I don't know. It was something that looking back, I'm like, that was compulsive and weird, I guess. Other things I was trying to think, I used to have to, not that anyone cares, but I'm just saying like the degree of my OCD before my eating disorder and kind of what it looked like. And then how it morphed over time with my eating disorder. And then how essentially to overcome that in order to be able to recover. Another one was, I remember I had to take like a certain number of sips of water before bed and the number would change. So sometimes it'd be 6 and then it was 9 and then it'd be 12 and then it'd be 5 and then it'd be 8. I don't know. Didn't make any sense. I just remember being like, oh, I got to mix this up a little bit. This is getting weird. And so I'd switch it to a different number of sips. And so as my eating disorder kind of developed, things started to get very crazy and compulsive with numbers, right? Numbers in terms of calories, like how many things with an eating disorder can be measured or calculated. Calories, miles, weight, I don't know what other things was I controlled by with numbers. Those would be some of the big ones. Calories burned, calories eaten, all of those things. And man, my brain just latched onto those. And it wasn't until this last attempt at recovery that I even acknowledged or recognized that I had OCD, let alone like had any idea how to work through it, right? And the beauty of this video is the way you work through OCD is very similar to the way and the approach that I take to recover. You have to expose yourself to those fears. Isn't that so convenient? Because that's what we talk about all the time, right? Run straight into the fear. Expose yourself of the things that make you very uncomfortable. And by doing that, for myself in recovery, those compulsions fell away. And I took it even a step further. And this could be, again, I'm just like a disclaimer. I am not an OCD therapist. I'm not a therapist of any kind. I don't specialize in OCD, but what I found to work, and this could be really bad advice, I almost kind of flipped my OCD in a way to make it serve me, right? And serve me in recovery. So like, I kind of became compulsive. And this is something that like I don't think I've done a video on this. I know I've like touched on OCD, but I don't know if I've thought enough like and reflected enough about how I did that. But someone asked me earlier, like, OCD came up and they asked me like, how I dealt with it. And as I was, talking out loud, I was like, well, it might be helpful to making a video. Here comes Hazel. Anyways, yes.
I want to show.
Okay, hold on just a second. So as I flipped the OCD to serve me in recovery, hold on just 1 second, I'm so sorry. Hazel, you have to be quiet in this video, okay?
Mama,
Otherwise I can't, no one can hear me because it's really loud, okay?
Mama, come with me.
I will help you in 1 minute. I'll be done. I'm gonna wrap it up. 5 minutes. You guys, this is my life with Hazel and working. It's so fun. Okay, wow, we love this, don't we? Hazel, let's play the quiet game.
No.
Should we play the quiet game?
No.
I'm gonna see how long I'm gonna set my timer. I'm gonna see how long you can stay quiet. Okay? Ready, steady. Where's my timer? Oh, I really don't want to have to start this over, guys, so I'm trying to, let's see. Okay, there's my timer. Let's see how it's starting now. Okay, so with my OCD, what I did was kind of flip it to serve me. So I made it so that anytime and every time I ever thought about food, I was like, I have to act on it. I have to act on it. And it ate me alive. Like if I was like thinking about something and I didn't go and eat it, or I stopped myself from eating it, it would like bug me the same way as it would bug me, right? If I didn't follow like an eating disorder compulsion. And so I found that to work very well in my favor. And there were so many other things like that, right? With movement, I actually seriously was like, once I got the feeling of like what cold turkey meant and how it was helping me with rewiring, I became scared of moving. Not scared, but just like, I felt very uncomfortable to do any kind of movement outside of just totally necessary things, because I felt like I had made up my mind that I was going to be like the star student, the overachiever of not moving. And it helped, it worked. Same thing with like stopping eating before I was totally full. I really hated that. It was almost like I was trying to ensure that I never stopped early. And by doing so, I ended up eating a lot and usually getting extremely full. But it definitely helped me to rewire. There's many other things that I used in my favor with the way that my brain works. Now, if you're an OCD therapist, I'd love to hear what you think of this. Actually, I wouldn't, please don't tell me. Because I actually think that it would, I don't know. I believe it helped me, and in clients that I've kind of encouraged to use that personality trait, or if you want to call it a disorder, in their favor, it's helped them. So you may be thinking, guys, I'm so sorry. Timer. Okay, let's start again. You may be thinking, well, what do you do now, Becky? Like, are you still just like totally like compulsive and like every time you think of something you have to eat? No, it kind of just faded away and I don't really need it anymore. Like there's no use for it now. I don't need compulsions to get me to eat every time I think of eating, or I don't need compulsions to force myself to not move. Like I feel like I can just sort of freely live my life. And really honestly, I'm trying to think if I have other compulsions like outside of eating disorder related things. And I think because I learned to manage it so well in my recovery, if anything pops up now, it's just like, I'm not doing that. And it's just like, I'm not doing that. My brain just has learned I don't respond to these thoughts of you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to do this, you have to do that. I just can just ignore it, right? So if it's like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of an example, like outside of eating disorder related stuff. Like wiping the counter down, right? And I'm like, oh my gosh, I see a mark, I have to do it again. It's like, no, you don't, it doesn't matter, that type of thing. Anyways, sorry this video is so incredibly unprofessional and extremely annoying with Hazel. She's at that age where she challenges me. Anyways, okay, have a good day, bye.